The Journey of Styles by Damien Renwick. Limestone Walkabout. The walkabout took him to a sacred place with sitting rocks. Here, he was told the high old story of the devil's marbles. How the devil had been playing one day with large monolithic round boulders the size of trees. While appearing at sunrise, the kangaroo spotted him. The devil left the marbles as they were. He did not doubt the words of the wise old teacher. He had never seen the devil out. He wondered why he would have pockets. After this trip to the weird place in Lonely Island, he returned to Uluru. The trip had taken 2 years. When he returned, there was no large celebration. They were a year late. He met a family and learned the continuing history of his future. He entered with his father figure, Nip Nip. Styles looked at his dreaming pictures with everyone watching too. A large audience of people who he had not met more than once before all had significant dreams, however, which involved him. He seemed to be doing the same things in all the encounters which people had seen, getting along with people all over the world. Whenever a person dreamed of Styles, it was with a shock that the world was changing. The encounters Styles had in the paintings were like he was in a fake land. The clocks were wrong, the days, the numbers, everything was upside down and back to front. His world was becoming a reverse mirror image of itself. Yet somehow, Styles was going to stop them, ultimately obliterating their attack. They would not fight physically. They believed this because he could dream past the year 40,000. Styles' dreams told that he was to leave with these travelers. Once he did, he would lead them to the furthest place possible, gathering more and more. The dreaming never lied. Their people knew other news too. All Styles knew was that he was to leave again. They were also expecting the future maker they knew as Styles to leave soon. The Bamboo and the Brew. As Styles celebrated his final days in the area of Uluru, there was much to be said, but his people were not with him. Only his confather, Nip Nip. He had always known his father, the confather, Nip Nip. It was all possible, frequently seemed to be the words of his confather throughout their life together, exploring and learning all the points of Java. He and his confather always saw everything that was to be seen. All the magnificent underground lifeways, the surface domes, and all the worldly possessions that amounted to the weird and wonderful rock formations placed across Java. Along with the constructs, there were 40 millennium of knowledge in the pristine dreaming paintings of all the Javandian and Calcutan families. The history of the rocks all moved into positions that required nothing to understand. As the years passed on, in their final walkabout together, Styles had become detached from his father. As Styles was 23 years old, and no one consciously knew when he would return from his journey, not even the Confather, it was decided he would learn to see color within color. After the ceremonies of the year had passed, that night his father took him to Gympie, Australia. It was while they were here, they traced some special plants, which were known as teachers and were very sacred. The plants, when brewed in a certain way, caused visions of things, which appeared in the air and sometimes disappeared. Yet the thing that made all finding something true was in the name of these plants, the teachers. The plants, when taken correctly, opened people's eyes to the real wonders of the world. Nip Nip would say, "Soon you will understand if there is anything to learn, or are the plants just hallucinogenic dreams with no real meaning to it, let alone reality." After he took food and enjoyed the sunset, they sat on the long ancient wall that lay near a river. Styles looked closer at what he was sitting on. The wall was one large rectangled cuboid limestone, and there were Pictish drawings finely carved in it. It reminded him of the obelisk which stood in Australia. Only this one was lying down in a field, as if eased over with force. The river was young, and before his mind wandered further, Nip Nip called Styles.